And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. If you guys are new to us on Amazon, welcome. Make sure you guys do hit that follow button to stay connected with all of our programming here. We have 6 days a week here on Amazon Live. You can see the button either here in this corner or down below. You will also see the paperback and Kindle edition of our next guest. And she's someone we've been having a great series with because May is recognized as Personal History Awareness Month. So we're excited to welcome author Theresa Merritt-Watson to our broadcast. She's the author of this book, Black Tech. You guys can see there yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And I want to first of all say thank you to you guys on Amazon because for the past 3 days we've been having this series here. As you guys can see, we have been the #1 trending media show on Amazon Live. And I really appreciate you guys' support. Glad you all have been able to enjoy the series. And I definitely want you guys to get the book because the book is something that is so powerful. Not only does it take you into the history of some of the things that we're able to experience and to enjoy in our lives, but also shows the importance of sharing that history with those of all ages. We want to welcome those tuning in on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, and we also streaming on Instagram as well. Hello to you, Herschel. Good to be able to see you over on the IG side. Also, we have Naya. Hello to you. Good to be able to see you over on IG as well. If you guys have any questions for Ms. Merritt-Watson, make sure you guys put them in the chat. But Ms. Merritt-Watson, welcome back to the broadcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, I've been enjoying this series with you just to kind of catch people up. For those who don't know, if you've missed any of the past shows, this is actually day 3 of our series. We're having Ms. Merritt-Watson. What she's done, she's included 14 talented Black inventors in her book, Black Tech. And what we've done already is we've covered the inventors 1 through 4. Today we're doing number 5 and 6. So what you guys can do is go back either on whatever platform you're joining us on and watch the previous shows. But we've been spending some time talking about the individuals that she's been able to profile in the book. So Ms. Merritt-Watson, to get us started, I want to talk about this experience for you. A lot of people I've been hearing after we wrap up these shows every day are saying, you know what, I'd never heard of that person before. I didn't know that person did that. Is that exactly what you hoped would happen when it came to Black Tech?
Well, I sort of hoped that would happen when it came to Black Tech. However, in the bigger scheme of things, the things that were giving me this hallelujah praise is that if everybody had already known about this, then I think it would have made a tremendous difference in how we approach life in America.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So just to kind of recap for those who don't know, so the inventors we've already covered in the book, just to let you guys know, is Jesse Eugene Russell, whose invention was the modern cell phone. We covered Gladys West, who created the GPS. Yesterday in our series, we covered George Robert Crothers, who invented the ultraviolet camera that's also been used, of course, in space. And then Alice Parker, she invented the National Gas Furnace in 1999, which definitely changed the HVAC system. So today we're going to be talking about 2 individuals. And Ms. Merritt-Watson, we have a surprise for you. We're doing things a little bit different these days. Thanks to our friends at StreamYard, we're going to be able to profile the individuals up on the screen. So today we're going to be talking about Kenneth Dunkley. Is one of the individuals we're going to be covering. And we're going to be covering Valerie Thomas as well. So we're going to kick things off then. We're talking about Kenneth Dunkley. So what you all will see in the book is that there is a child that's kind of walking us through their appreciation for what the inventor did. And then we're able to learn a little bit about the invention. So you can see with this one, it says, I love movies, especially when the characters jump out at me. I can use Kenneth J. Dunkley's invention to see the special effects. Well, then the question becomes, what did Kenneth J. Dunkley be able to invent? And that is the 3D glasses. So let's talk about that, Ms. Merritt-Watson. How did you find out about Mr. Dunkley?
Well, actually, I had known about him for a while because we had looked at some things that African Americans have done as it relates to technology when technology first started. And of course, you know that I have 6 kids, and some of this information I had was conveyed, and they shared and found for me in projects that they had to do.
Mm-hmm.
But he was the president of a company in Pennsylvania. Um, and so he's been in this market, in this visual market, technology market for a long time. And so it was, and he's still living, by the way. He was born in 1939, but he's 85 right now, 84 right now. But he's still living and still mobile and still walking around doing things. And I'm hoping and I'm planning to see him within the next few weeks.
Oh, wow.
So his invention have led to many other visual invention as well. And so if you look him up, not only should we just look those people up, but we should also look at the other things that they have patented and been part of. So he didn't just stop at at 3D, what we know is going to the theater and just watching them pretty much in that environment. So he has an entire company focused on visual things.
I'm gonna come back to what you just said, Miss Merritt-Watson. You just shared some news here I didn't know, and that's that you're gonna be able to meet Mr. Dunkley. But I want to bring attention to Jesus Black Man 23 on IG. He says, "I need to talk with her about an idea I have." He's asking how to get in contact with you. So Miss Merritt-Watson is here on IG, Jesus Black Man 23. We're going to have her tagged in the replay of this, and I'll be tagging her also in the comment section. So definitely feel free to reach out to her. She also has a website, and I'll link it up for you in the chat here as well, so you can be able to do it. So Miss Merritt-Watson, you said that so casually. I'm supposed to be meeting him in a couple of weeks. So how does that feel to have discovered what these people invented, to include them in a book, and now to be able to meet some of them?
Well, the ones that are living, I'm actually making a conscious effort of meeting them.
Yeah.
And so Baltimore, like the next one we talk about, Baltimore, that's not so far. And so I'm hoping to meet them. It was a few other people that I had tried to meet, and they was
Ms. Merritt-Watson, can you hear us? Ms. Merritt-Watson, can you hear us? Let's see. She seemed to have frozen up on us. We're going to try to get that fixed. For those who are just tuning in, welcome. You all are watching Cyrus Webb Presents. Seemed to have had a slight tech issue there with Ms. Merritt-Watson. We're going to try to get her back. We're talking about her book, Black Tech. You guys can see it here. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, where she's been able to feature 14 inventors who've been able to create some great things. We're talking with her not only about the book, but also we're covering some of the individuals that she's been able to profile in the book. We were just talking about Kenneth J. Dunkley, and she was just sharing with us that she's going to be able to meet up with him, and that she's been able to make a conscious effort to be able to connect with those that are still living. Want to talk to her more about that, as well as our next individual in the book, which is Valerie Thomas. So we're definitely looking forward to talking with her about that. And Jesus Black Man 23, I'll make sure that I link up her IG for you. Texas Boy 0308 on IG. Hello to you. Going to be able to see you as well. And I see you guys also coming in on the Facebook side as well, and on YouTube. Appreciate you all being with us as well. As I mentioned, we're talking with Miss Merritt-Watson today. She seemed to have a slight tech issue. We lost her there for a second. Hopefully we'll be able to get her back. But we were talking with her about the first individual in our series for today, and that is Kenneth J. Dunkley, and what he was able to create, and that is the 3D glasses. As I was mentioning, one of the things that she's been able to do in this book is to take us through the eyes of a child, kind of experiencing the world and appreciating the different inventors that made certain things possible. So whether we're talking about the GPS, or even, of course, the gas furnace, Those are the things that the child is able to appreciate. And then Miss Merritt-Watson's been letting us see more information about that individual. We have her back with us, Miss Merritt-Watson. There you go. Okay, so as we were just talking, I was just kind of catching people up on what we were discussing there. We're going to go to our next person here, which is Valerie Thomas. So this is another interesting one here. And for those who are looking at the screen there, it says, my favorite television and movie characters seem lifelike with Valerie Thomas's invention. So then you may ask, what did Valerie Thomas invent? The 3D illusion transmitter. Break that down for us, Ms. Merritt-Watson. What exactly is that, and how did it help us to be able to experience television and movies?
Well, what she's done is that as you see the picture, if you put that back up, you can see the distinction between a live picture, make the picture look more alive to you, and see it in a clear image than what you would see it in before. And so that was a goal. It looks like its original form, the way you see an animal, the way you see a person, opposed to what we used to get is just an actual drawing. So that's where her most profound work came from, is a visual that is translated.
Love that. And you all can definitely see that with the tigers there, the realistic view there on the left-hand side there as well. You know, you could tell this book was very thoughtful, Ms. Merritt-Watson, the way that you've been able to present this. Talk to us then about Ms. Thomas. You mentioned, of course, Mr. Dunkley still being alive. It looks like from your book that Ms. Thomas is still alive as well. Has it been surprising other people that you've been talking with, not only that these people invented these things that are so instrumental for us, but that some of them are still here with us?
Well, one of the things I would, you look back and you reflect back and you think, I really should have met this person earlier because they were still living. And so what I will say is that anybody that I write about now and they're still living, I'm going to make a conscious effort in making sure that I get to see them, try to see them and speak with them, and maybe before I write the book, so I can write in their voice. Okay. That would be really important to me, to write in their voice.
Yeah. Love that. Love that. Well, I tell you, these are just two more individuals. Next week, we're going to pick up with the next two individuals in the book, Black Tech. But I do want to say in the interim, though, and you all will be seeing it over the next couple of days as we're going throughout the rest of this week, going to be reposting some of the interviews I've had with Ms. Merritt-Watson. But also, we want you guys to go to her website. In fact, I just linked it up for those joining us on Instagram. I want to be able to show you guys also that are joining us on the other platforms. You can be able to go to Ms. Merritt-Watson's website to find out more information, and that is synergytrainingsolutions.org. synergytrainingsolution.org is that website. We're going to link it up for you guys to make it easier for you to be able to see it. And there you can also find out more information about the book as well. I also want to say that Ms. Merritt-Watson will be at the end of this series. As we wrap up the series, we're going to be then spinning another segment, kind of going through the whole recap. And we invite you all to be able to submit your questions and comments for Ms. Merritt-Watson as well. We want to get you all engaged in this too. So definitely make sure you guys are staying with us throughout this series, throughout this month. Ms. Merritt-Watson, another great segment with you. Looking forward to picking back up with you next week.
Thank you so much. And thank the audience for listening.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you all. So again, thank you all for being with us here on Amazon Live. Again, make sure you get your copy of the book, either the paperback like I have here. I got mine from Amazon, or you can get the Kindle as well. Again, for those who are joining us on the other platforms, you'll see a link that will bring you over to Amazon to be able to get your book. And we will talk to you all soon. Thank you all for being with us for Cyrus Webb Presents. Have a great one. Take care.